What are you doing in here? It's run day. All right, YouTube, welcome back to another episode in the series. So, if you didn't gather from the amazing intro, it is run day. I was very nervous about this. I already did the run before filming this, so I'm actually still sweating a little bit from that run. But if you recall from the earlier videos, I did attempt to start running again, and I ended up injuring myself. And I've been kind of dreading this day. It's been mentally very difficult for me to want to give it a try again, because I ended up taking a break for 3 weeks because it was so painful. But we got a run in. So previously, the runs were structured kind of like Couch to 5K, if you've ever done Couch to 5K before. This one was called the Runna app. Honestly, fantastic app. It was free. You can get like a premium, but they have just like free running programs in there. But my problem with it was it's a start stop. So it's like a walk run routine, so intervals, and you slowly prolong the run. And they just get better in terms of that. But for whatever reason, the way I am now, I struggle so hard with stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So walking and running. It absolutely kills me. It kills my lower back. It kills my shins. So like I get very intense shin splints. And I'm sure there are things I can do to optimize that. To be honest, like running is not my forte. It's something I definitely always took for granted as a kid, because you don't really think about improving your run unless you are an actual runner, which I never was. I liked playing sports, but I never focused on actually just running. So it's not something that I've ever been interested in. If you go way back into old videos that I've posted on this channel, I've actually talked about never wanting to ever start running again, and I'm not a runner. And look how things have changed. I'm going to try running again. But for this one, I'm going to pop up some videos here because I took just a few little clips. The first few clips are just a quick warm-up that I did. Well, quick for you guys, it took me about maybe 10 minutes to do the warm-up, because I did multiple sets of each of these exercises and reps. But essentially what I did was I did a little warm-up. So I did some just like quad stretch, where I just hold it for 10-15 seconds and then alternate leg. And I did that 3 times. Each exercise that you see on the side, I performed 3 rounds of it. But we did some dynamic leg swings, some lateral leg swings. We did some toe touches. So just some basic things to get things warmed up, which is something I struggle with. I always tend to skip the warm-ups, but as I'm getting older in age and as I get a little bit more aches and pains, I realize that that was stupid and I should probably do it. So I'm trying to do better. That is all we can ask for, is constant improvement and trying to get better at the things that we want to do. So those are the warm-ups. Then we jump into the run. So for the run, all I did was, it's at an incline of 2 on the treadmill. I ran at a speed of 5 on the treadmill. So not in extremely fast speed, but what I did was I did 1 minute of walking just to kind of get used to the treadmill. And then we ran, and my goal for this one was 5 minutes of constant running, because I felt like 5 minutes was a very attainable goal for me if I just ran nonstop. I did not do the walk, run. I did just 5 minutes. In my mind, I was like, I need to run for 5 minutes nonstop at a 5-2 incline. That is the goal. So that is what I did. Now, I will say by the fourth minute of running, I was getting a little nervous because my shins were starting to burn a little bit. Um, and I could feel a little tightness in my lower back, but not honestly wasn't too bad. So that was overall pretty good. If I would have tried to go any longer, I think we would have been running into some issues. So overall, I think I did a pretty good guess with the 5 minutes. So my approach going forward, how it's going to look. Well, first I'll finish off what I did for today. So I did 5 minutes of actual running. So 1 minute walk, 5 minutes running, and then 1 minute of just a cool down walk. And then I kind of just continued to just kind of cool down after that. But I did 5 minutes and then 1 minute again. So a total of 7 minutes for this running day. Um, that is all I did. Very simple, very basic. Um, but what the plan is going to look like going forward, what I want to try to do is essentially, I don't want to increase my intensity or my speed. So I'm going to continue running at a 5, and I'm going to just slowly try to increase the duration of my run up to a certain point. So I ideally would be running at a 5. I think I want to go until I hit 10 minutes of straight running. And then I want to start playing with my actual tempo a little bit. So I want to try to increase the speed at which I can run as well. I just think that would be a cool approach to it. And yeah, so I'm going to be running 2 days a week, any 2 days that I choose, but they are not going to be back to back run days. I want at least one day in between, preferably at least two. So probably go at least 2 days in between my two runs for the week, just so that I know that I'm recovered and I know my body gets hit a lot harder doing these runs because it is absolutely not used to it at all. So we're going to try to stick to that. Like I said, it's not going to be two specific days. So today is Tuesday and I ran, but it's not necessarily always going to be a Tuesday. I just want to kind of gauge it based on my energy levels. If there's a day where I feel like, oh, I really want to run today, I don't see that happening. But if it does happen, I want to be able to run on that day. Um, so I'm going to pick just 2 days, make sure I get my runs in, and I'll try to document them so that you can see if there is any progress or if I manage to attain that goal. So for the runs, honestly, I'm going to just continue to just try to run for, so 5 minutes is the minimum. So that is the benchmark that I set for myself today. My first run back, I managed to do a 5 minute run with not too much difficulty. I mean, it was difficult, but it wasn't a total grind. So I like that. We're going to just try to document the duration of my run, and I'm going to just try to make incremental improvements every single run that I do until I hit that 10-minute mark. And then we're going to kind of start back over. So I'm going to drop back to the 5 minutes and I'm going to increase my speed by probably about 0.5. And we're going to do running at a 5.5 for 5 minutes, or unless I'm like somehow magically super conditioned after hitting that 10-minute mark, maybe it'll be a little bit easier and we can go a little bit longer. We'll gauge it as we go. And that's one of the things with fitness for me. Like, I'm very flexible in my approach to it. So I know that I can set a plan out and have it look perfect on paper, but real life things always occur and different challenges always present themselves. So you have to be able to just kind of adapt and roll with it. And that's what I'm going to show you that I'm going to do. So that is the plan. We're going to continue doing a run. So it is Tuesday and I did a run. Now Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I have those days to try to get my second run in where I beat my 5 minute run at a 5 speed. So that's the plan. Very basic. I'm in the garage right now. I'm actually going to hit my pull day workout. But that's all I wanted to touch base on. So hopefully this has been informative. Gives you kind of an idea as to my approach to running. And honestly, so far, I feel a lot better after that one than doing the interval running. So I count that as a win, and I'm excited to see the progress going forward. But as usual, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Ow. But yeah, give this video a like. Uh, I greatly appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below if you are going to start trying to run. What type of running are you going to be doing? What program are you going to be following? Or what is your design for your running program? I'd love to hear it because it will give me some more ideas. If this does not pan out, then I have some other things in the arsenal, thanks to you viewers. So other than that, make sure to subscribe, turn those notifications on, because I am posting sporadically. I'm trying to get just used to filming content again, and therefore I am kind of pumping out videos right now and just recording things as they come to my brain, things that I feel like maybe could use some explanation, or maybe just some interesting things in regards to the way that I am kind of shaping this lifestyle transformation. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I have nothing else to say, so I will see you in the next video.